The question will be a big one for that matter. If you're fighting corruption, a lot of people, Nigerians who voted this government, who wants to see tangible successes, like you said, oh, the anti-corruption war has been going on. But in specific terms, how would you, or what would you say has been the success of this administration?
Oh, I can say the success rate is 80%. Let's talk about even the treaty we entered into with UAE. I can very certain in the next few weeks we are going to have tangible results, or we are going to repatriate what has been taken out of Nigeria to UAE. And I have told you it runs into hundreds of millions of dollars. Is that not an achievement? This country has never entered into an agreement with any other country to return what has been taken out of this country.
But we understand that there is an agreement with the United States, even during the Obama administration, that there will be help given to Nigeria in fighting corruption.
I do not think that there is an agreement, but though there is an extradition treaty between the United States and Nigeria that was entered into as far back as 1931, and it came into force in 1935. But it has nothing to do with repatriation of looted funds or assets.
Even the so-called Abacha loot. How much of it have we gotten from the Switzerland and from the U.S.?
Well, the Switzerland, I think it's about 485 million US dollars. I would not be very exact, but they gave a condition. That, look, you have to show a guarantee that if this money is sent back to you, you are going to use this money for the benefit of the Nigerian people. But since this government is a transparent government, it's an accountable government, it's a government that stands for integrity, we accepted. Look, if you want us to give a guarantee, yes, we will guarantee, the World Bank can guarantee that we are not going to take back this money, or we will not allow this money to be looted. And so very, very soon, the money will be returned because we have accepted the conditions they gave us.
Talking about the conditions and the monies that have been returned to the country or recovered, where are these monies?
We cannot spend those monies.
Why?
Because we are a government that respects the rule of law. We are a government that respects constitutionalism. By virtue of the Constitution, Section 162, we cannot spend any money without going to the National Assembly for permission, for authority. And we must put it in the appropriation bill, or what we call budget estimates, and then take it to the National Assembly. I'm asking
Chief Obla,
so we can't spend any money.
Specifically, yes, the recovered monies, the loot. I mean, we say we don't have money as a country, but you have talked about several millions of naira now that have been recovered. Where are those money domiciled?
I have told you that in the Federation account, but those monies cannot be spent.
But we have the money, don't we?
Yes, we have the money, but it will be unconstitutional, it will be illegal, it will be wrongful for the executive to touch a penny of that money without going through a National Assembly.
No, but why have you not gone to the National Assembly so that we can have money?
You have not heard that part of the budget. Part of the budget for this year it will come from the funding, will come from the recovered looted funds. It's an open secret. If maybe you have not looked at the Appropriation Act, it's there.
Talking about recovered loot and all that, is the U.S. cooperating with Nigeria?
You see, one of the most difficult things is to trace looted funds and recover. It's very, very difficult. It takes time. Let me just give an example. Nigeria is not the less a country that is facing difficulty in getting back looted funds. Even Iran, you remember the Shah of Iran, who was toppled by Ayatollah Khomeini. He was toppled when I was still in secondary school, about 1977. The government of Iran is still trying to get back what was taken out of Iraq. Iran, and that is about something years ago.
If we have so much money, just a moment. If you have so much money, so that we can purposefully drive this conversation home, if you have so much money domiciled in the United States as looted funds from Nigeria, and this government has entered into some of friendship with the United States, the question is, are you receiving any form of cooperation with that government?
What I'm saying is, the type of agreement we had or we signed last week with the UAE is not the one we have in the United States of America. And it has been quite difficult to get back some of the looted funds in the United States of America. Let me give you an example. Part of the Abacha looted funds. The last administration, the Attorney General, Mohamed Adoke, there was a motion filed in the U.S. District Court, I think Maryland also, concerning some of the looted funds. And we did not file our defense. The Nigerian government did not file a defense because the Attorney General, for whatever reason, did not file a defense. And the court entered a default judgment and confiscated part of that money, that look, this money belongs to the United States of Nigeria, American government. And we have been making an effort to, set aside that judgment and get back our money.
Because I want us to anchor here on this segment, on this note. There will be a protest from Monday, and quickly, if you just weigh in on these protests, asking that the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dizaini Alison Madueke, be extradited to Nigeria. We've asked the EFCC, and they say it's the bulk is on the table of the Attorney General of the Federation. Is the Attorney General planning to do that?
That's to make a request for the extradition. Why not? We have several applications for those who have the fugitives, those who have run away from the country, to come back and face their trial. And that is why it is good to have extradition treaties with agreements with other countries.
So, we have for UK, Mrs. Dizaini Madueke.
I believe it's one of the applications that we will file for.
All right. It's a very good point to anchor right now. We still have a long way to go, but it's always a pleasure talking to you, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Prosecution, Chief Obono-Obla. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you.
We'll take a break now. When we return, we will switch gear to another allegation of corruption that has made headlines in the past few days. Those concerned are here in the studio. Join us again, everyone.